Welcome back to what Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an EMIL 1. It's a tier 8 Swedish heavy tank. It's located on the south spawn of Overlord and it's under the command of Igunter of FILO. Now he's got a 105mm gun with a 3-shot autoloader and it takes about, what is it, 26 seconds to reload and 3 seconds between each shot. Game's on. Now at the moment, Igunter doesn't know it, but there are two people on the enemy team that he knows. Two members of What Arty Noobs. One of them is zoeballz and the other one is Marybanks, and they're in platoon, and this is during one of Zoe's live streams. Now unfortunately there is also a troll on the same team as Igunter. You might see him up there, Borovnica, in the EBR75 FL10. He's the guy who was featured in that video by Klaus Kellerman just recently. There he goes, he's just past us. He's the troll who killed Zoe in that game. Team killed him, flipped her over. Team killed her, I should say. Flipped her over and pushed her forward so that he could get the enemy to kill her. And I suspect that he's in this game because he's trying to hurt Zoe. It's a rather slow tank, the EMIL 1, but it does get there eventually. And we can see zoeballz just ahead, the AMX 5100. There she is. Haven't seen Marybanks yet, but I'm sure she's around somewhere. Ooh, that tank, that renegade just took a round through the rear of the turret, and it was a heat round. You can tell that from the purple marking. Okay, there's Marybanks, directly ahead. Igunter's getting ready to shoot. Fires one up the rear of Marybanks, but he gets hit by Zoe with an HE round. Tries to fire one back and doesn't get a hit. He also took a round from a Jagdtiger with a 128mm gun, and he got a high roll for 516. And there's Borovnica, the troll, almost flipped his tank there. Lost a load of hit points by running over the top of Igunter's head. That's a nasty little troll, that guy. Okay, he's got 3 shots loaded again. Marybanks is way in the back. Now the EMIL 1 does have rather good gun depression, I believe, but unfortunately at the moment this slope is very high. Oh, that EBR deserved that because he was very cheeky to come over that line the way he did. Fortunately there's no Arty in this game, which means that there's no chance that Igunter's going to get hit by any Arty round at any moment. Always livens up the game if there's an Arty, because any heavy tank knows they can't sit still for very long before they'll attract some attention. There's Marybanks again, but she's behind the bunker. We just can't see Zoe at the moment, but we know she's ahead of us. There she is. And she's killed before we can get a shot off. In fact, it was the AMX 5100, King of Justice, who finished off Zoe in that game. And we've got a number of players who are sitting at the back doing nothing. In fact, I'm not sure they're actually doing nothing because they're fending off the enemy tanks that have actually gone onto the beach. Igunter's looking for targets to shoot at, but at the moment it's also all a bit of a stalemate because the enemy's losing tanks on this side of the battlefield, but we're trying to hold them back from the beach. And now we've got the advantage. Marybanks is there, lining up shots. Oh, she pulled back just in time to avoid that one. Of course, Igunter didn't know at the time that it was Marybanks. Nope, the armour on the Jagdtiger prevented that one. At least I think it did. The shot may have gone astray. We're 3 tanks up on the enemy now. They've killed all the enemy tanks that were coming in from the beach, so the guys on the west will start clearing up that side. Got no shot on the T-44. He's reloaded. 3 more shots. An IS-22. Well, that one hit the tracks, but it looks like it disabled him. Yes, because he got some damage assistance there. Okay, there's that Jagdtiger again. Still got 2 shots. He's face onto us, and the armor is very strong on that thing. He's waiting. Oh, now he's turned sideways, and he got the side armor. Okay, 3 seconds to wait, and then he's going to be ready. Now, where's that Jagdtiger? Doesn't want to have to pop another reload. Oh, there goes side of the tank. Goes for the engine bay. Gets a nice roll. 409. I didn't mention at the start of the game, but it's 360 alpha, 217 penetration, so he did get a nice roll there. Jagdtiger's down, and the last enemy is that T-44. And I don't think he's going to last very long because the Char Future is putting rounds into him. And there you go. The AMX 5100 King of Justice, same guy who got Zoe, finished off the game and killed the T-44. So you never know who you're going to come across during battle. Let's have a look at the end of battle results. And it's a 3rd class tanker for Igunter of FILO in the EMIL 1. He managed to get a fire effect for getting more damage than hit points for his own vehicle, but sadly he didn't get any other medals in this game. Let's have a look at team scores. Well, the highest damage in the game was actually done by that T-55A with 4,410 hit points. Second highest damage was the AMX 5100 on Igunter's team, King of Justice. That's the guy who got Zoe. He got 4,035 hit points. And after that, it was the Progetto with 2,786. And Igunter only 1,507 in that game. When it came to kills, it was the King of Justice and the Progetto. Both got 4 kills apiece. 2 kills to the Renegade and the Panhard EBR that died. Igunter didn't get any kills at all. And when it came to base XP, it was the Progetto who did the best with 1,208. 1,117 to the AMX 5100, and the ELC Evan 90 got 784. Igunter got 763, so he wasn't that far behind. If we look at Zoe's results, Zoe got 260 hit points of damage. Some of that from Igunter actually, because she fired in his direction with an HE round. I'm just wondering why she was firing HE, but yeah, on that occasion she did fire HE at him, and she didn't get any kills, and unfortunately, Marybanks didn't get any damage or any kills in that game at all. But never mind, she'll get some in the next game. And if we look at detail report, we can see that Igunter fired 9 rounds, got 5 direct hits, 4 penetrations, and damage of 1,507 hit points, of which 1,129 were at more than 300 meters. He received 3 hits. 1 was a penetration. That was from the Jagdtiger. 2 hits by way of splash damage. One of those was actually Zoe in the HE round. And he got 4 enemy vehicles damage, 0 kills, and 1,720 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 25,702 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply and consumables, he actually took away 24,183 credits. He received 763 XP and took away 1,145 experience points altogether. He didn't notice it was Zoe and Marybanks until after the game, but of course this was during one of Zoe's live streams. I don't think he actually tried to get into the battle at the same time as them. I don't think he was watching the stream. It just so happened that he recognised the names after the game and suddenly realised who he was actually shooting at. Yes, it's funny funny, sometimes you go into battle, you don't recognise who you're with until it's after the game. Now in one game, I must admit, I've actually been in battle and I was on the same team as Quickie Baby. And yes, I went alongside him when he was in his Plays for Free account up into the Abbey grounds on Abbey, and I tried to protect the gate against enemies who are going to come in and hit us from behind. And unfortunately I got mobbed by a whole load of enemy tanks that were after Quickie Baby, and so I didn't last very long, I'm afraid. But there you go, it does sometimes happen. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel please, and thanks for watching.